I'm Nino. Thank you, people, for joining in. Please continue to hit them like buttons. Continue those subscriptions coming. Thank you to my fans. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you. Homeboy called in and told me, hey, can you marinate on this, Nino? I'm like, wow. I'm telling you, boy, these fellas is coming with it, and I love y'all, but the ladies come too. Anyway, the topic of discussion for this session is, if your girl is at your place, if your girl is at your place, homies, should a homeboy pay a visit if you not there? Yeah, that's a real tight-lipped one right there. I'm talking about that's a real tight-lipped one. Because right then and there, things can get very dicey, you know. We can go from being cool to now we almost acting a fool. You dig what I'm saying? But a few things I just want to point out as I see it. Keys to consider. Trust. If there only is the greatest degree of trustworthiness, also you're 100% convinced that your girlfriend and your homeboy been around each other is totally platonic. Totally platonic. Really like a sister or brother, like vibe. Beware though, a sister and brother like vibe that's not blood or biological can be caught in the bed. I might be a little bit more 70-30 as I wouldn't try that. Because if you're not sister and brother, this is what I said, biologically or through blood, playing that on, oh, that's my brother, that's my sister. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. You know, hey man, you got to show me some respect. Don't be in my spot, in my old lady or my lady there, and I'm not there. You know, don't do that. Because I believe the temptation can take over so much, especially when people are doing it now on a consummate and keeping cool about it. You know, I wouldn't condone that. I wouldn't condone that. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% that it can just be platonic, because think about it. A lot of time when you're in a relationship, your partner might got eyes for your homeboy, or your girl might got eyes for your partner, you know. Though you the one that they involved with, they still like to, try things. They say it's no risk because they not in a committed relationship. Only thing they want to do is jump in the sack, mix it up, go on by their business, and that's it. Those things are attached. And we also know sex is at a high level. Sex is performed most definitely when there's no strings attached, when there's no commitment. I know, so you see that just through social media, through person to person, everyday general life. The nature of the visit. Is it a visit of casualty, so-called coming by just checking up on you, or is it a planned visit? Actually, the homie has reached out, communicated, touched bases with both parties. He's touched bases with you, okay, and then you touch bases with your gal. Because still, I'm a little tripping. Why is my homeboy calling my gal, telling my gal that he finna pop up and pull up? So really, if my homeboy gonna touch bases with me that he coming by, it's up to me to touch bases with my gal. You dig what I'm saying? And through communication, honestly, it has to be life or death emergency. Now, I'm gonna let that slide if it's life or death emergency, because sometimes it's no other point, it's no other angle to go. Where is your homeboy might have to come through there, You might have to, you might have left something that you need to, get you a job or something like that. You might be on meds and you can't get to your spot or your residency. So your homeboy go by there and get the meds and get it to you, or you might been in a little accident where you need the meds and where you can't get to them. So your homeboy is the only source, so he has to go by and get it if your girl can't bring it. Now, only that instances, if it's an emergency. I wouldn't let it slide or go down all the time though. Maybe just that one instance or two because it's a emergency. And it better be a life and death or life altering emergency. Don't pop up in my residencies unannounced or announced unless I'm present. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Because a long time friendship can turn into bitter enemies. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't get caught up with the temptation. Don't play with the temptation, if you know what I mean. Don't do that. And I'm talking about that's for is my gal and my homeboy. Comfort space. What's the basic feeling or how it really strikes you if it's a little bit more overwhelming or uneasy to talk over with your girlfriend, still shut the whole idea down. I'm going to talk it over with my girlfriend. I'm going to say something with my homeboy, but I'm just saying, hey man, don't come over there unless I'm there. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm talking about worst thing I can walk in there and see is I done came home from a hard day of work. My homeboy, this could be my boon coon, is in my spot with my gal. They in there drinking a glass of wine, watching a movie, kikiing, laughing, chopping it up. I'm coming in there like, what the hell? Like Rob 49. What the hell? I'm gonna come there like, what the hell? What's going on here? I can't understand that. That's gonna be problematic to me. I ain't with it. That's just too much. Don't do that, man. Come on now. I won't, cause I'm like this. I wouldn't do that to my homies or nobody. I wouldn't do that. I'm at the point where I don't even dig. If I'm around my homeboy, and I know his girl is fine and gorgeous and attractive, but I don't even want to be looking at her too hard because it's just a respect to him, man. That's his queen. That's his treasure. Respect that. Just like this is my queen and this is my treasure. Respect me. Boundaries. Same page, same direction, same thought process. When you and your girlfriend have sat down and had a brief powwow or verbal interaction, comes to the boundaries. All fairness, no homeboys or homies, visitations at my place without me. Point blank. And I demand respect, so I'm going to give respect the same way. I'm not going to let none of my old lady homegirls come to my spot when she's not present. See, if I can demand that my homeboys don't be there when I'm not present, I'm not going to get caught up in the temptation. I'm going to respect my old lady. Well, if some of her homegirls want to pop up and pull up and she's not there, no. You got to text her and wait till she's there. See, respect demands respect. So, that's not going to go down like that. No. If you demand respect, you got to give respect. Don't have my homeboys at my spot when I'm not there. I'm not going to allow, I'm not going to even consider your homegirls coming over. And you need to correct them on that. I'm talking about my old lady when I'm there and she's not present. Possibly what can lead to be problematic. Of course, lack of trust. If you know your partner, I'm talking about your homeboy, reputation around women, is he somewhat like a snake. Now, that can be your partner, but he can be a snake. Unfortunate ideal of this is he just did it to you. But you always looking at him upside his head like thinking, because I know if my homeboy is a snake, I'm always going to consider, damn, if he did that to such and such, why he wouldn't do it to me? But no, he's a snake. Though that he is your partner, he is very flirty. And you know, his motto is always until you put a ring on a woman's finger, and until you married her or she married, period, she's available. She's on the open market, meaning single through not single. Disrespectful, so-called friends like that, you don't need no adversaries. When you got friends like that, partners or whatever, that this thing, it's open season, you know, they just gonna go out to every lady that they see out, you know, that they catch eye contact with. You know, you gotta keep them away. You can still be my partner, but the only way we partners and friends is, man, I gotta keep you away from my lady because I know how you is. You know, but see, a dude like that, he got a lot of insecurities by himself. Man, why you can't get you one female settled down with? Why you got to just think that every female that you see, whether it's your homeboys, whether you just your common friend, even if it's your enemies, why you think that you can just approach them, step to them, and it's on with you? Hey man, you get yourself in a lot of trouble like that. I done seen people get hurt bad, hurt to the point where they didn't even wake up no more, if you dig what I'm talking about. Disrespect. This comes from your girl more than anybody inviting a homeboy, though both you and her have had deep discussions with you giving orders, no inviting over the homeboy zone. Which you then gave orders, again, no inviting over the homie zone. Don't invite them over. I done told you this. So if you go against what I'm saying in my place, then me and you got some sitting down and talking to them. We got to sit down and talk about something. Matter of fact, I'm at the point where if that happens, maybe one or two times, especially over one time, maybe you're not the woman for me. Maybe you're not the woman that just want to be in a relationship. Maybe you like options, and there's not nothing wrong with that. But if you're a woman that like options, then just keep it 100 and say that. Stop trying to play the role that you want a relationship. You like options. Every woman don't want to settle down, just like every man don't want to settle down. Every woman don't want one, just like every man don't want one. So if you like options, that's cool. But I know if that happens multiple occasions on me, and I done sit there and talk to you, no inviting on the homie zone, oh, it's going to be a problem. You might as well start getting your stuff, if you stand with me, packing your stuff and getting ready to go. Because if you don't, I'm going to pack it up and get you up out of there myself. And that's word, that's facts. You and your girlfriend relationship, mutual agreement on who she knows, who's supposed to be allowed at my space when I'm not there. Now, I believe still there's some homeboys that you can bring over for maybe a minute or so and will respect your boundaries. Because unfortunately, like people don't think, especially women, every man isn't a dog. Just like every woman doesn't sleep around or is a garden too. But I think the few you can probably count on your hand. Still, I just think the temptation is just so possibly enormous that you can't resist. I wouldn't play with it. I just wouldn't play with it. Because, like I say, it don't take, what they say, it take a minute to get in trouble, and it take a lifetime of getting out of trouble. And that's word on that. It take a minute of getting in trouble, and it take a lifetime of getting out of trouble. And all you need is 5 minutes, your homeboy, whether he's even a cool one, or, you know, or even if he ain't too cool, to be around your female or your old lady, and then things happen, or that thing didn't happen, and then that's something that's a can of worms that you done open up that, you know, sometimes you can't come back from. Because not only have you disrespected your friend and you and your homeboy friendship has cut, you know, y'all done cut ties. Now, the woman that you thought that was your ride or die, or was it simply a wholesome, innocent woman, what's the problem on that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to go to a little point where I can say this. And even though the women, you might think your homegirl, you might think your lady is an innocent, never do nothing wrong type of lady. You know, she's quiet, always the straight and narrow. Yeah, but the little innocent ones is the real one you got to watch. You know, the little innocent one that you really got to watch. And then, if you want to pivot, the dudes that always say the right things, always, you know, propose the right things, always put themselves in righteousness, you got to watch them too. Because I'm going to go back to what I just said a while ago. It takes a few minutes to get in trouble, and it takes a lifetime to get out of trouble. And what I mean by that, your homeboy, whoever can be at you, come by your house, for what instance ever, and your old lady there, and they can do the impossible, and now everything is destroyed, your friendship and your relationship. Don't assume. Just like quickly, don't accuse. Okay, I get you. Don't assume, just like quickly, don't accuse. Don't take for granted your friend popping up, no worries, without giving your girlfriend notice. Girlfriend, homeboy, or relative. Do we really know what motives is really behind them? I'm not just going to even say my homeboy, my relatives, my cousins. You know, that's the point of my brother, but my cousin don't pop up at my place and you know my homegirl there. Because one thing, she might be there nicely, casually dressed. You know, she might just minding her own business. You pop up, now she got something on tight and revealing, you know. And I'm talking about, this can be my relative, a cousin or whatever. Now you all of a sudden just being very forward and want to invite yourself in. Why you just didn't call me? Text me. Communicate with me. Anything you need to tell me, anything you need to discuss with me, that's why we have cell phone devices. We got computers. You got all kind of ways that, you know, you can, if you got to get in contact with another homeboy that know me, and I'm talking about homeboy, I'm even talking about my relative. If you got to get in contact with my homeboy, kinfolk, to say, hey man, I need to holler Nino, do that. Don't take it that just cause you my relative, you can pop up at my spot and you know my old lady over there. Because I done told you, you know my old lady chilling with me now. She might not be a full stay-in, you know, partner right now, but she's working on it. More than likely, she's there more often than she's not there. So saying that, you know, you ain't got no reason for popping up over there, man. That's prohibited. That's disrespectful. Don't do that. If your girl is at your place, should a homeboy pay a visit if you're not there? Nah. And I know it's instances where it's needed because it's emergencies. And I know still, though, it's a lot of snakes. It is a lot of solid as far as your homeboys and dudes and individuals out here. But again, I'm going to say that word I've been saying the whole podcast. Don't play with temptation. That's why I wouldn't do it. Because I'm not perfect. I sin. I'm a sinner. I'm not better than nobody. That's why I wouldn't do it. Man, you go by there again. Your homeboy or my homeboy girl looking good, you know, got something on, you know, she in a vibe, she feeling some kind of way. And you know, women are very seductive and more flirtatious even than men. One thing can lead to another, and then there it goes. Don't even play with the temptation. If your girl's at your place, should a homeboy pop up if you're not there. Hell no. 2 cents. This is my podcast. I'm Nino. Thank you.